Hi guys, this is Sarah from Ara Beauty and welcome back to my channel. My hair is up. I am ready to do a tutorial and I definitely have a love for Natasha Denona and as you guys have seen, and I will link the videos down below, where I did a tutorial on the Safari palette and review and the Star palette, and I just absolutely love her eyeshadows. I think that they're just incredible. And then right after the Safari palette, Natasha Denona came out with a brand new palette, and you guys guessed it, it is the Natasha Denona Gold Palette. Now, I just swatched these, so the outside covering is a little bit dirty. This is the box. This is what the box comes in. It's really gorgeous packaging, super sleek, and it's the gold palette. And me, when I saw this online, I was like, I need this palette. The eyeshadows that come in the palette, and I'm going to swatch them all for you and we'll go through them, and I'm going to do a little bit of an eye look. I think I'm just going to do like a standard like gold brown smoky eye but with gold. It's going to be like a nice little light natural shade, but these really impressed me so much whenever I was swatching them. I like couldn't believe how beautiful they were. So yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing a tutorial with the brand new Natasha Denona Gold palette, then just keep on watching. Now, I did swatch the palette, by the way, but I didn't put the palette onto my eyes, so I don't know how it applies onto the eyes, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be like the other palettes. I'm going to also be doing a first impressions of the Jouer highlighter trio that I purchased, and the Sunswept bronzer duo palette, and then also the blusher. So let's go ahead and get into the swatches. This is the very first row, and on the first row we have Lime Chrome, Python, Sparks, Area, and Kava. For the second row of shades we have Aurora, Dijon, which, let me stop and say that that is a beautiful shade to swatch. Just watching it, it is so opaque and pigmented, but we'll move on. And then we have Oro, which is pretty much, I think, the inspiration for the entire palette being a gold palette. Like, this is so gold out of all the other shades. It's really, really beautiful. Then we have Log, and then we have There. Okay, and for the last row, there is Brass, Sandstone, Alchemist, Teak. Guys, first things first, I need to get some bronzer on my face. My base has been applied. First thing, we're gonna pop into this. It's a little bit bright, but it's called the Sunswept palette. It's a bronzer duo palette. I'm gonna crack open this. I haven't even swatched these. These are brand new for me. This is what the packaging looks like. It is super luxurious looking. I got the medium to deep duo Sunkissed and Sunset. Packaging on Jouer products is super nice. This was 30 bucks. I thought it was expensive at the time, but it looks pretty good. I'm gonna go into this shade first because it doesn't have as much shimmer and sparkle into it. It's a little bit more matte. I can go ahead and swatch these for you. Yeah, so this one's definitely gonna be better for me. That one I can use like really on the very ends with like a light dual fiber brush. Just dip in and see how it goes. Ooh, super pigmented. Dust off the excess there. And I'm gonna go a little bit higher than I would normally go. This is kind of nice, guys. I love how subtle it is, but yet it is like, it is giving me a lot of structure. If you can see the difference between the two sides, it's very minimal. I like to get right in the center of my neck here. It kind of just makes it look like this is a real bronze on my face. And then right here on the perimeters of my face. I am very, very picky with bronzers, so that's pretty impressive that I really like this. I'm going to use the Crown brush. This is more of a flat, like, contouring brush. I'm going to go into the darker shade that has that shimmer, and I'm really going to lightly caress the top of my cheek, like where sun is really going to hit, and it's going to bring some more. Ooh. Okay, so I'm really in love with this palette, you guys. 30 bucks, you get 2 big size pans. And the way that this is applying, it's not applying muddy whatsoever. It's giving my face a beautiful bronze. Wow. I am so shocked that I love this. I'm going to go into some blush, and I got the Jouer Blush Bouquet in the shade Rose Gold. So it says dual blush palette, but it's in holographic packaging, and their packaging is absolutely stunning, by the way. So you've got like these little duochrome holographic, you know, packaging. The outside is super, ooh, I almost dropped the baby. So in this one you get two highlighters. Beep. You get two blushes. Now one has more shimmer in it, and I think that's more of the blush topper. And if you guys wonder why I always have fingerprints on everything, it's because I do stupid stuff like this. I think this one is more of a blush topper, and this one is more of the actual blush, but they both have a little shimmer in it. This is like the regular blush without as much shimmer, and then this is the, like in my book, highlight. I'm going to take a small little dual fiber brush. Everybody knows that I've been liking these kind of, ooh, it's a dusty pan. I've been liking these brushes to kind of put my blush on because they apply such beautiful amounts of product without overdoing it. And I like to start at the apple and then slowly blend back. And same story here. These blushes they're not super duper pigmented at first application, but it's going on really nicely though. Wow. Okay guys, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of set my eyelid because I did apply foundation and concealer, and so I'm going to use that kind of as my base. And I'm going to set my eyes using the Hourglass Ambient Light Edit palette. I'm going to use that lightest shade. I really like this for setting the eyes because it's super light. And it doesn't give too much shimmer, but it makes your, in my opinion, it makes your eyes like very smooth looking. So I'm going to go ahead and crack into this palette. I think the first thing that I'm going to do is start off with a little bit of a transition. And for the transition, I'm going to start with this lighter brown shade. So I'm going to dip in and just go ahead and work this in to my crease. I'm using a Morphe Y17. It's a very fluffy, blending brush. And as expected, Natasha Denona is notorious for her matte shadows and how well they blend. And this is not anything but that. I think I'm going to go in with the next step down. You guys can see just a little bit lower into my crease. And I'm going to start blending. A little bit more of a defining brush. This is a Belly U227 brush. It's a very flat, but more pointed blending brush, and I really like this. I'm going to go into Teak first, and I'm going to start right in the center of my eye. And I'm going to keep my eye open a little bit, and then I'm going to push my brush into my crease and do this little side sweeping motion here. Same on the outer edge and going in towards the inner edge. And if you guys can see, I like to do this kind of thing with my eye partly open so that I can really see where my crease is, because it's hard sometimes eyelids like mine, which are not hooded, but they slightly are a little bit. It can be a little bit tricky. And a lot of people have that similar problem, so I definitely want to point out that you want to keep your eye kind of open and almost look down into a mirror like I'm doing right now and blend away. So that is looking nice and defined. Log, which is that dark brown matte shade, and then I'm just going to take that on the outer portion of my eye only. And for this, you just want to hit that outer V. I'm not extending it past my outer V. See how that's very, very, very pigmented. And then I'm only going to bring it to where my lower lash line, I will meet the shade. And then you want to take that brush and you want to do this super, super gently. And when you have a pigmented shadow like this, even though Natasha Denona's eyeshadows are wonderful and they do blend, this can get muddy really, really quickly. So you just want to scratch that pigment into your crease. Okay, so I'm pretty happy where I have it right now on the top lid, and I do want to note that there is no fallout on my under eye area, which is great because I didn't put any powder there. So I'm going to take a flat brush. This is Bellini brush 234. Spritz my brush. You can use the 6+, you can use whatever spray you want. As long as you spray it, it will really help the shadows not to fall onto your face, which would cause some serious destruction. Now this shade, you guys, this is really, in my mind, what really started this whole idea was this shade, and it's Oro. It's the brightest gold shade that's in the palette. Okay, so I'm just going to take my brush and pat it onto my eye. Okay, you guys, so this shade is super pigmented, and it almost looks like, you know those 24 karat gold flecks that, you know, you put onto, like, you see on like the top of like fancy restaurants, they put it on top of their desserts. That's what this looks like to me. That is absolutely gorgeous. So for the inner corner, I'm going to try to go in with Kava, which is that light shimmer gold shade, and I just want to see how that looks. And then if it's not good enough, then we can go in with something else. It looks just like a lighter gold sparkle. And then just bringing that towards me. Ooh, okay, I kind of like that. It's very gold. Oh, it's so pretty. Can you guys see it? Oh, that is really, really nice. Go in with that Dijon shade right here, that mustardy shade. And because this is so golden, I am going to, right here on the inner corner, I'm going to accent with that Dijon shade. I could be messing with the whole look, but I think it's going to look beautiful. Ooh, I love that. Okay, good. Good thought, Sarah. Good thought. Like, it's so golden that, like, that deep brown, it's not doing enough for the look. And you see what it did? It just made everything look way more perfect. Through the power of editing, this is both eyes done. I'm gonna show up my lower lash line. I'm gonna take a small little, almost like a larger pencil brush, I guess, a little bit fluffier. This is the Belly 231. And I'm gonna go into that lightest brown shade that I used the very first time, and I'm going to just, you know, and I want a really blown out lower lash line because I'm gonna feature that greeny gold shade that's like super beautiful on the lower lash line. And I'm just not gonna be scared of color. So I'm gonna go in with the Morphe Y21 definer brush, and I'm going to take that deep log shade, and I'm going to connect. I'm not doing a wing because this is already going to be super spicy all by itself. And I'm going to get it as close to my lash line as possible. I'm making the ugliest face possible. Oh, on there, you want to go with that first brush that you were using. I don't know why I have a British accent now, but sorry. And you just want to smudge. Blow it out, girl, blow it out. Next, I'm going to take a super small definer brush, and I'm going to wet this significantly because I'm going to take that beautiful green gold shade, and that is the shade Grass, and I'm going to do my lower lash line, but on the inner part. No, don't get too close. heavy, so I would definitely suggest wetting your brush. If not, this is going to get heavy. This is going to get everywhere. It's really pretty though. With it, so this is the Jouer Trio. You cannot see it. There it is. The Jouer Trio. One of these broke in here. One of these broke in here because just got all over my dress. Perfect. Well, that's crappy. One of these broke. The shade Citrine broke and got all into this box, so hopefully none of the other ones are broken because that sucks. Okay, this one's not broken. So they come with those 3 little minis like this. Sorry, it's super dirty. It has, this is the shade Topaz. Super pretty. It's like a light rose gold. Then we have rose quartz. Let me see if it's, ooh, this one's not broken. That one looks like the shade I want to put on my face. This side. Oh, yes, ma'am. Ooh, well that just elevates a look, doesn't it? Oh, yes ma'am. I'm going to highlight my face, so I think we go in with the same one. I'm going to take my Anastasia A23 brush. You guys
know how I feel with this brush and just... Okay. Jouer did not come to play with the highlight. Wow. Okay, wow.
Okay. Well, Jouer, I hear you. I see you. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on a lip, fix my hair, and now change my dress because I got this highlighter all over it, and then I'll be right back to give you guys my final thoughts. Okay guys, so this is the finished makeup look. I'm going to show you guys one last trick that I do like to do before we go, and something that I really have been loving. By the way, I have the Jeffree Star liquid lip in doll parts on with a Wet n Wild Bare to Comment highlighter or lip liner. And then I'm going to go in little neck bones here with this highlighter. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Shimmerista. I'm actually going to take my M501 for this. I use this brush for like high transitions, but also for highlighting. I love it for both things. Then you just want to like poke your bones out there. And then boom. This is like a rose gold like shade, which I feel is perfect for my skin tone going into this look. And you see how that just like, and then when you're like walking in the light, it like glistens. I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about one of my favorites here. So obviously this Natasha Gold Palette, I think it's through and through a really excellent palette. Now I will say a few things. This is a launch right after the Safari palette, and in the Safari palette they didn't give a black. I think that instead of these, like instead of that matte blue there, I should have gotten a matte black.
Natasha, why are you not giving us matte blacks? Like, why? I'm spending $129 on your palettes. Why am I not getting a matte black?
Even in your all matte palette, I didn't get a matte black. Like, do I have to go and purchase the separate $30 like individual matte black to get a matte black from you? I mean, that's like my only like gripe on the last few launches that have been going on, which is, it's not a big deal, but I mean, you know. But overall, this is a beautiful palette. This gold shade, excellent. As you can see on my eyes, super gold, sparkly, but I mean, it just reflects the light, and that bottom brass color, it just, I mean, just look at it, it's doing something for me. So I really think that if you have the money to purchase this palette, obviously I can't answer that question for you, but the shadows are really great quality. They do blend on the eye, and I mean, it's Natasha Denona standard. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the Safari palette packaging, I do prefer this packaging over that because I like the leather bound binding. I like how, you know, makeup artist it looks like. It looks very professional, and I really like that. I am super duper impressed with both of these palettes. These palettes, the bronzer and the blush duo, I mean, these are really great. They went on my skin super smooth, super blended. Like you can see, it's like very a light sculpting like I usually like, and I did it like in an instant. And I think my skin looks super healthy, sun-kissed, and it's because of these palettes. 30 bucks a piece, but you do get 2 really nice size pans. The little Jouer trio, I really do like this highlighter. I'll have to try the other shade, but the shade that broke, I mean, it was a little bit disappointing that it broke, but, you know, things happen. You can also use this on your eyes. I mean, look at the shade. Like, just look at that thing. Like, imagine what you can do, like, on your eyes. Like, if you want to just do, like, a pretty shimmery look, like, if you want to just do something like that, it would also be good. So, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video and that you guys are liking my reviews. Please comment down below if you guys, you know, wish I did something different, or, you know, what are your thoughts? I really enjoy hearing from you guys, and thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the post notification bell so that you can be reminded of all of my newest videos. Trying to do 2 to 3 videos a week, and I can't wait to see your thoughts and if you guys liked it or not. So have a wonderful day, guys. I hope you guys are having a good day wherever you are and whatever you're doing. Bye. See you in the next video.